Hi guys, and welcome back to SwitchUp. So as we do every week, we're going to look at some of the sales going on at the moment. We will be announcing the winners of those geotech bundles. There's 3 of them. 2 of them are being given away to patrons, so we'll announce that on our Patreon page, and 1 of them to you lucky subscribers. So stick around to the end of the video where we'll be flashing that up on the screen. Now, this is a bit of a double win really. If you check out our last sales video, all of those, or the vast majority of those sales, are still going on. This time around, I'm going to focus on the US eShop as I don't think their big sales arrived yet, but well, let's jump in and find out what there is. First up then, we've got Runbow from Head Up Games, which is currently 80% off. Now this is an endless runner that you can do with a few other friends along for the ride as well. It has 1 to 8 player local or 2 to 9 player online, which is, wow, it's decent. It's only around about $2 or $3 on here. And I know that Glen had a really fun time with this game. There are 19 guest characters, 5 different game modes and hundreds of levels for what, a couple of quid? You can't go wrong. Well worth picking up. Then we've got one that I want to mention because in essence it could have been in our Open Worlds series, and also I've been playing it and it's just a hugely underrated title. It's called Starlink Battle for Atlas and it's the Digital Deluxe Edition, which is only $20, 60% off at the moment. If you're not sure what happens in the game, you lead a group of pilots who are aiming to free the Atlas star system, so there is a bit of exploration between the different planets. What's cool about the Digital Edition is that unlike I believe the physical, you actually get all the ships unlocked. So you've got the 5 ships, the R-Wing, Zenith, Neptune, Pulse, Lance, and then you've got 7 pilots and a ton of the weapons. And you can mix and match the different parts to customize your ship, which changes up the playstyle to some degree. It's a very good game and well worth picking up. Next up is Team Sonic Racing from Sega. I really enjoyed this. It's not going to be for everyone, and if you played the other Sonic Racing games, it's very similar to those. But I liked the team mechanic. I thought it was really good. It works well online, and at the moment, you're looking at a 50% reduction. It does have 1 to 4 player split screen, but it also has 2 to 12 players online. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was nice the way they did the story, how the racing is introduced through the story gameplay, and the slingshot mechanic is just damn cool. A good game, and check out our review if you're looking at picking this one up. Next up then, we've got VIII from Electronic Arts. This is 75% off, and this sale goes on till the 1st. It's another where we've reviewed it on the channel, and Glen enjoyed this one. It's got a lovely, almost relaxing atmosphere to it, and you'll learn the different songs as you go throughout the game to unlock new parts of the world. There are some very cool moments where you'll see things like huge creatures walking around the world, and it can feel quite grandiose. This is well worth getting at this price. When it first dropped, it had a few issues, let's be completely honest about it. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night from 505 Games was waiting a patch for what, about half a year? There was input lag, it was a mess. Now, it isn't perfect now, it's still not absolutely 100% perfect. If you want it as good as it can be, don't get it on the Switch. But at the moment, it's on a very good sale, and it's still a good game. I've still had a lot of fun with it, and I would still suggest that you could have fun with it as well. But as I say, if performance is your main reason for buying a game, then, I mean, let's be honest, you're probably on the wrong platform. But playing this in handheld, just chilling, it's a very good game. And I'm pleased that 505 Games finally got a few patches out for it.
big thanks to Skillshare who have sponsored this video. It's basically an online learning platform where you can expand your mind. In terms of you guys, potentially some interesting courses that you might want to look at are things like the filmmaking or the YouTube. There's a section on there about visual and UI editing. For now though, the perfect course for me is Matty Brown's low budget filmmaking, which is just very fitting for this channel. And long term, you're looking at around about $10 a month. It's not a great deal if you really want to expand your mind. Have a think about some things that maybe you want to expand your knowledge of. The guys over at Skillshare provided us a link down in the description so that you can join up for 2 free months and grow that brain a little bit, which is definitely something I need to do. And yeah, click that link down in the description, be one of the first 500, and you'll get that absolutely free. Right, let's get back into the list.
Next up then is a title where whenever I see it on sale, it is going in my sales list because it is that damn good. And it's VIII Lacrimosa of Donna. Now this essentially sees you shipwrecked on an island and gradually doing missions and quests to build up your base area. But that doesn't do it nearly the justice it deserves. It's an incredibly well designed, slick game. Everything from the combat to the characterization and the way you gradually unlock the island, it's all just done so well. There are a couple of free DLCs to download so you can put on some nice fancy outfits. Everyone knows I do like to look fancy. But yeah, I would suggest it's one of the best titles on the Nintendo Switch and well worth picking up. This sale goes on till the 1st. For fans of Wonder Boy then, you've got the lovely little Agilos from P-Cube. I reviewed this one a while back. It's really nice. It is very, very reminiscent of the Wonder Boy games, and it does nothing wrong. The music's quirky and upbeat. I like the pixel art style they've used, and it's actually quite a large game. It's very non-linear, so you're not tied down to going in one particular direction. And yeah, decentness. I enjoyed it a lot. This sale ends on the 1st. Next up's a title that's going to take a bit of an investment in terms of your time, but it will most certainly reward it. It's the Escapist, the complete collection from Team 17. These are $5 at the moment, which is a 66% reduction. As the title suggests, you have to work out the routines of a prison that you're in and then figure out how to escape. There are hundreds of different ways that you can do this, and it doesn't involve holding onto the pocket of teabag, so you're okay. It includes all the DLC, including Alcatraz, Escape Team, as well as Santa's Sweatshop. There are tons of different prisons to try and escape from. If you've got the time investment, as I say, as it has got a bit of a learning curve, these are really enjoyable games. Which takes us on to Vampire from Focus Home Interactive. I absolutely loved this. I really enjoyed it. Now, the main drawbacks to this game are essentially the combat's just not that good, but the storyline and the storytelling is exceptional. Every character within the world can be bitten by the player, so you can actually turn them, but you'll get more XP if you learn their stories, do their side missions, and kind of solve their case, as it were. It's really very well done. It's got brilliant voice acting as well, and the detractors say, you know, the performance isn't perfect. Well, no, the performance at times isn't perfect, but there's still an excellent game to be had here, and on a reduced price, it would be one that I'd be paying very close attention to. A really good game. Last up for me then is a title called Songbird Symphony from P-Cube. Now this gave me New Zealand story vibes. What a great game that was. And it's essentially a game whereby when you fight enemies, or when you do anything really, you need to use your musical songs and your musical abilities to overcome. So there's quite a bit of rhythm and timing required to play the game, and it's actually brutally tough when you move on to the later stages. There is a demo of this one, so if you want to test it out and see if it kind of, fits your play style, then go ahead and do so. But I really liked it. As I promised at the start, I'm just going to mention a couple of games to avoid. First, avoid Blood Waves. It looks good. It's got Lara Croft on the front. No, it's terrible. It's terrible. There's only one level. Second, avoid. You've got Hello Neighbor. Anything with Hello Neighbor on it. They are just awful games. Again, I looked at these, thought they look amazing. They're not. Avoid them. I'm not sure if it's on this sale, but race with Ryan. Just don't race with Ryan. Say, Ryan, get out the car. You're too young. Go back to bed. It's late. And that's the end for our list this week. Let us know down in the comments if you'll be picking any of these up. And as always, a big thanks to our patrons who support us each and every month. And for all things Switch, all the time, keep it Switch up. Cheers, guys. See ya!